Well, President Trump called the death of the Ayatollah the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country, but not everyone sees it that way. The strikes have exposed an inevitable power vacuum, but it's by no means certain the current regime will be toppled. Rohit's been exploring what could happen next.
Julia, I want to take you back to last Thursday, first of all, to Geneva, where talks were underway to de-escalate this crisis. The Iranians were there, the Americans, Omani mediators too, but what looked like diplomacy was in part a moment of duplicity, because we've gained access to an account first reported by the New York Times, now confirmed by ITV News, of what was happening behind the scenes. The CIA had established where Iran's supreme leader was likely to be, when, and crucially, who with. So, a senior meeting, a compound, Saturday morning, President Trump decided to strike. Now, ITV News filmed inside that compound 10 years ago, and today our producer, who was on the ground back then, said, yes, there was remarkable security, but the supreme leader's use of that compound was no secret. The Americans decided that that moment offered an opportunity to attack not just one man, but the entire mechanism. These are just some of the senior figures who were killed yesterday. An Israeli source with knowledge of the intelligence picture telling ITV News this weekend, the strategic objectives now must be clear to you all. This isn't about one person, they said. Iran's constitution actually anticipates this moment. There it is, Article 111, saying whenever the leader becomes incapable of fulfilling his constitutional duties, power switches to a council consisting of the president, the head of the judicial power, and a member of the Guardian Council too. But even that safeguard may be fragile, because it seems the Iranian president himself might have been, in fact, might still be a target, just as the supreme leader was. And still the missiles come. Attacks of this scale against Gulf countries weren't anticipated. The UAE, with its gleaming city of Dubai, says it's dealt with hundreds of ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, Iranian drones as well. Qatar saying it's repelled several dozen. Bahrain, dozens more. And they all hope that Iran will simply run out of weapons in the coming days. But a huge unknown is whether those Gulf countries decide to join the US or demand that they end this. That could still shift the balance. The Americans have been clear about their goals: regime change, an uprising, but they could be a long way away. Regimes tend not to fall under pressure from air power alone. So one outcome could leave Iran with